Hey guys, the next 4 minutes, Nathan is going to take us through some of the functions and features of 3G's fixtures that we typically wouldn't know. Let's hear what Nathan has to say.
What's up guys, Nathan here from 3G Lighting and this is your 3G Thursday. New products, existing products, and the features behind them. There's a story to everything, and I think we've talked about that since the beginning of 3G Thursday. But the questions still come across our desk, whether simple or complex, of course. So today, we get to the bottom of some of those questions that have come across our email the past couple weeks. The first question comes from an agent that wanted to confirm the locking of our Madison gimbal, but not just the 70mm that everybody's well familiar with, but how it works in our 4.5-inch adjustable cylinder. Take your 1/16 Allen key, locate the 4 set screws on the face of that gimbal, and simply relieve the tension accordingly from the axis that you wish to pivot. That gives you up to 35 degrees of adjustability. Now I will say at this time, our Madison gimbals do arrive to the job site friction fit, so you don't necessarily have to lock them in place. But should you be moving them as things do change down below, well, you may want to get into locking those fixtures. Sticking with the topic of adjustability and locking, our new 3.8-inch Madison continuous slot product, using that M3, that 30mm gimbal. How easy is it to relocate the gimbals within that channel? Well, using your 1/16 Allen key, locate the set screw on either side of the gimbal, simply loosen it, and now you have the ability to relocate up to 12 inches on either side of that current gimbal spacing. What about the question of gaining access through the 4-inch or 5-inch round Madison series? With the new construction housing above the ceiling, we have our trimless flange below the ceiling, beautifully trimless installed in the ceiling. How do I gain access through the aperture? Again, on both the 4-inch and my 5-inch. Grabbing the inner gimbal, you just do a quick quarter turn counterclockwise. You now disengage that gimbal and you're free to pull it out of the aperture. Now reaching up through that aperture, you can gain access to that new construction housing and your driver assembly. Let's turn things over to downlights and a few questions that have come across our desk recently. As you guys know, market trends, things are getting smaller. So my DL33RA, that's my 3.3-inch round adjustable, the same thing goes for fixed. The question has come across, Nathan, is the adjustable mechanism in your adjustable 3.3-inch just like the popular DL45? I'm pleased to say it is. It's taking the exact same mechanism and just bringing it down inside. So it's a hot aiming fixture. Easy to have your 360-degree rotation as well as your 40-degree cantilever proprietary action of that fixture. That is the secret, but again, we didn't just simply take the quality and the standards built into the 4.5-inch and throw it out the door. We kept it the same with my 3.3-inch. Taking your Phillips screwdriver, locate the tilting screw and simply turn clockwise to engage the tilting mechanism. 360-degree, same thing. Phillips screwdriver, simply loosen it and drag it to where you need to. Again, it's a hot aim fixture. And while you're adjusting, take note of that continuity ruler located on the inside of the fixture. Simply line it up with the tip of the reflector and adjust accordingly. You no longer have to read scallops. We can make sure all the downlights in your space are adjusted accordingly in a very short amount of time. What about changing the reflector from a 60 degree to something else? Well, now's the time. Grab the reflector, quarter turn counterclockwise, you disengage it, pull it out of the fixture, swap it out. Keeping with the topic of optics, let's switch it over to linear product. Whether it's batwing, whether it's asymmetric, two very popular optics that we're seeing on all of our linear products in the market today. I've been asked a couple times, can we do asymmetric on the direct portion of our linear fixtures? Check out the cut sheets. It is standard for our 1-inch, 2-inch, and our 3.5-inch linear products. I would tell you to jump online and download the IES file of the applicable product to put in your application and see for yourself. But whether my 1-inch, my 2-inch, or my 3.5-inch, this product has been designed to have an optimal mounting distance from 12 to 30 inches with a peak intensity at 120 degrees as requested by the market. Whether optics, power, configurations, cosmetics, you name it, 3G's 1-inch, 2-inch, and our 3.5-inch linear product has something for every job out there. And I encourage you to jump online and check out the cut sheets for these products. And that goes for every product that we talked about today. We answered some of your questions. We talked about some of the features and the story behind them, but of course, it may inspire something else. So please reach out to your 3G rep should you have any more questions. And that's your 3G Thursday. We'll see you next week.